Hey y'all, thank you very much for tuning in today. Hope you guys are having the most excellent day today. So today we're going to be discussing the 5 different types of furries you're likely to encounter in the furry fandom. But before we go into this, I just want to remind everyone that I do have a Discord server and there is currently a art competition going on where you could get some free art from myself. So please head on over to my Discord, join up, get yourself some free art possibly. So like I said, today we're going to be discussing the 5 different types of furries you're likely to encounter in the furry fandom. Now, this doesn't cover every single furry out there, so if you don't fall into one of these categories, that doesn't mean you're not a furry, it just means you're not easily categorizable. So without further ado, let's crack on with these 5 different types of furries you are likely to encounter in the furry fandom. So first up is the fursuiters. Like myself, people who own fursuits and actively go out and fursuit at events and conventions and that kind of stuff. Now for these people, fursuiting is a big part of their lives. When they're not actively fursuiting, they're thinking about fursuiting, they're daydreaming about it, they're looking at fursuits online. They are living, breathing and loving fursuiting. It is one of their passions. They will spend thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever currency they use to get a new fursuit and then go to a convention just to have a good blast and having a laugh. Taking away their fursuit would be like cutting off a leg to these people. These are effectively the furry jocks of the fandom. They are big, showy, all about the fursuits, all about image. They love their fursuits and you will see them at every single furry convention and fur meet. They will be the centre of attention. And one of the greatest things about the fursuiters is the sheer amount of effort they put into it. Once they get into suit, it's like they're a different person sometimes. They go from being, a shy, introverted furry to being a wild extrovert who is the centre of the party. So yeah, you will encounter fursuiters at any event, any convention, most fur meets. You will find fursuiters in the furry fandom. So next up in our list of 5 types of furries you're likely to encounter is the artist. Now what do you get if you mix mad art skills with a healthy dose of social anxiety? Well, obviously it's the furry artists. These guys are like the creative masterminds of the furry fandom, whether it's, traditional art, digital art, or creating the fursuits that the fursuiters wear. The artists are the backbone of this community, I feel. And they really go the extra mile in creating the art and the fursuits that the furry fandom is so well known for. They are most definitely the creative and the economic backbone of this fandom, because let's not forget that, it does cost a lot of money to get a fursuit, and it costs a fair amount to get art sometimes. So a great big shout out to all those furry artists out there, whether it's art or fursuit making or any other kind of creative thing that's going on. You will encounter these people in every aspect of the furry fandom, and these people are some of the greatest minds you will ever meet. And while some of them may be a little bit timid or, a little bit hard to actually get to talk, they are genuinely nice people and really awesome, and we love having them in the furry fandom. So yeah, that is the furry artists, the furry fursuit makers, 3D animators, you name it, the furry fandom has it, and they are some of the most epic people you will meet in this fandom. So the next type of furry we're going to discuss when we're talking about the 5 types of furries you're likely to encounter in the fandom is the horny newbie fur. And these people are already probably sliding into your DMs as you watch this video, trying to ask if you want to roleplay or ooh what's this type deal. And they are the newbies and the hornies, and they are legion. There are millions of these out there. I guarantee you have at least 20 on your friends list. And when they're not fapping over the latest high-res yiftacular art from their favourite furry artists, they'll be sliding into the DMs of anyone they see and messaging you guys with the cheesiest of pickup lines that only the most basic of furs would ever fall for. And lest we not forget the poor grammar that comes with these guys and the stolen furry artwork that is usually their profile picture. But that's enough ragging on these dudes for now. Let's not forget that every single one of us started as a newbie fur, probably a horny newbie fur in most cases. You've all gone through that cringy phase, so give these guys a break, welcome into the fandom, and let them learn from their mistakes, because eventually they will mature and they will become most excellent furries, just like the rest of you guys. So the next one we're going to talk about is the Furry Denialists. These are furries who deny being furries. They're the type who are like, oh no, I just draw the art, I'm not a furry because, I'm above that. I'm not a furry, I just like drawing anthropomorphic animals. Or the types who are like, when you bring up furries, they're like, furries. And then when you're not looking, they're on Fur Affinity, you're like, oh, that's nice. The people who, for whatever reason, publicly deny being furries, and then you see them wandering around you're a fur and so confuzzled, dressed in a fursuit, and you're like, hold on a minute. And more likely than not, they deny being a furry because they're too embarrassed to be associated with the rest of us. Because let's face it, we are a weird bunch, and some people don't want that rap. But no matter how much they want to claim not to be furries, their search history will betray them, and 5 minutes on their computer or phone, and you will quickly find out that they really are part of the fandom. And let's not rag on these guys, because I'm sure everyone else has gone through a phase where they've tried to hide their furriness. I mean, I tried to hide it from my parents for all of 5 minutes before I accidentally showed them the photos from Anthrocon. So, you know, we've all tried to hide our furriness, so let's not rag on these dudes. If these guys want to be closet furs, that's perfectly legit. But that definitely does not make them any less members of the furry fandom, and given half a chance, you will see them at conventions, you will see them online commenting on stuff, and they are furries, no matter what they say. And finally, the number one position on this list of 5 types of furries you are likely to encounter is the Popufur. Now, these are the furries who have carved themselves a name for themselves in the furry fandom. These dudes and dudettes have, through whatever means, got themselves well known amongst furries. They are like a household name in furry households, if furry households exist. Do they exist? Let me know in the comments. And whether it's through their, their artwork or their creations or their performances or even like their good deeds, some Popufurs are well known for being really nice people. They are popular in the furry fandom, they are well known. They are one of those names that any furry will be able to rap off when naming, popular furries. People like Uncle Kage, Odin Wolf, Ash Coyote, all these people who've got thousands of adoring followers. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of these Popufurs are genuinely nice people. You can hold a conversation with them, you can talk with them happily. They are polite and kind. More likely than not, if they don't respond to you, it's because they're just inundated with thousands of messages and they don't have the time to physically respond to everyone. I mean, obviously you will get a few bad apples in there, and you will get people who get well known for being shitty people. But generally, Popufurs seem to be pretty nice people, and it's only the rare few that let the power go to their head and become arrogant bastards. But yeah, generally Popufurs, really well known, pretty decent people usually, a couple of bad eggs, but nothing genuinely bad about most of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop in the comments below the other type of furries that you think I've missed out from this list. Other than that, you have a most excellent day. Swing by my Discord if you get a chance, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, take care, ta-ra.